Welcome back, everybody. SANDAG met on Friday to discuss a variety of issues that could affect residents across the county. Board member Terry Gaasterland joins us now with an update from the meeting. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning.
We love getting these updates from your Friday meetings.
Great to be here, especially in your new studio.
Oh, yeah. Glad your first time here.
Yeah.
So we start down at the border.
Yes.
What was that discussion?
So Otay Mesa East is a new freight border crossing. It's been my favorite SANDAG project from the day I got onto the board back in 2021. It is going to change the way trucks bring freight across the border in both directions. It'll be fully automated. $88 billion in freight goes back and forth on the land crossing in our area. And it really backs things up at Otay Mesa East, at San Isidro. This will pull the trucks to a place where they will have at least half their time to get across. And it will relieve congestion in other parts of the border. This is going to be a game changer for San Diego.
Will it still allow them to be properly inspected?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Even better, actually, because the trucks will be pre-qualified, they'll be registered, they'll have transponders. It'll be red on the Mexico side as they come north, and then it'll be charged the moment they get across the border. So it'll all be automated, the tolls will be collected, and those revenues will turn into operations, Customs and Border Patrol, the GSA, that's the General Services Administration, and half the revenue will go to Mexico for them on their side of the border.
And who will fund this?
This is all going to be funded by tolls once it's operational.
Okay.
To get it going, $1.33 billion, but only $71 million is from local, which is still a lot of money. And it's going to relieve that congestion, which is estimated to cost about $3.4 billion a year in that $88 billion of cross-border freight traffic.
Okay, so state and federal funds as well.
Yep, mostly state and federal funds.
Okay, what's the timeline for something like this?
This is going to be on board in 2027.
Okay, that's when we can expect the changes.
That's when we can expect all of this to change.
It's a done deal.
It's authorized, pre-construction is done, the construction funding is underway. I don't know if the checks have been signed yet, but all the money has been committed.
Okay, now closer to home as far as up here in North County?
Yeah.
Del
Well,
Mar.
you know, so all the freight is tied together, and 98% of the freight traffic in our region is truck. That's why Otay Mesa East is so important. As freight comes along the railroad, it comes through Del Mar on a trestle bridge. And what we've been told is that this trestle bridge is 100 years old. It needs to be replaced. But we in Del Mar are asking, hey, if we relocate these railroads further inland, even on the I-5, we're not going to need this bridge. Why spend $330 million now when the bridge may be obsolete in a few years?
Okay, so we already have the issue with the bluffs.
Yes.
So, and that's going to cost enough. But we're talking about bypassing the current trestle bridge with whatever
brand
plan.
New double-track trestle bridge, exactly. And
at $330 million.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're talking. You add in the bluff stabilization.
Yep.
And we're talking almost $500 million just to shore up the railroad tracks where they are right now.
Okay. And as far as the structural integrity of a 100-year-old trestle bridge, where are we with that?
That's the open question. Do we need bridge stabilization in addition to the bluff stabilization? Maybe that's the way to go for the next couple of years.
Okay, is that going to be, obviously this is an ongoing topic of conversation.
Right, the Del Mar City Council voted unanimously. You know, let's put a pause on this bridge. Now, we don't have the power. All we can do is ask SANDAG, and hopefully they'll listen.
Okay, anything else you talked about at the meeting Friday?
No, it was really Otay Mesa East and our public comments. Actually, there's one more. The Otay Mesa East, the SANDAG Board unanimously supports diverting some of the revenues to stop and clean up that sewage flow along the Tijuana River. That is of the utmost importance. And what I've been telling the SANDAG Board is, remember, there's nothing in our ocean that stops that sewage from flowing all along our beaches. So we in Del Mar, Encinitas, Carlsbad, Oceanside, we are all potentially at risk as that sewage moves and progresses. We also know now, in a paper that's about to be published in Science in the next month by a colleague of mine at Scripps Institution of Oceanography, that hydrogen sulfide aerosolizes. It gets into the air. It adds to the air pollution. So this cross-border, we're going to reduce air pollution by not having the idling trucks. Let's also reduce the air pollution by cleaning up the Tijuana River sewage.
And that would be through the tolls. You would use funds through the tolls.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Terry Gaasterland, appreciate the update. Thank you, Terry.